Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's not quite 8. 7:58 p.m. with half a battery left. No, a little less than 3/5. 7:59 p.m. Date? Who knows? Right now, I don't care. January 13th, Wednesday, 2016. Yeah, this is not one of those happy videos. You all know when I do these, I just do what is. For better or worse, I don't know what to be other than myself, and why should I? You know? By now, most of you understand how much I actually care about everything. You also know I'm very aggressive about protecting stuff. And you also know I talk about things that most people can't accept or can't understand or perceive for themselves actually exist. I was told a long time ago, excuse me, actually in the very beginning, that I was going to be like an island. This is about 2008, 2009, when I actually started waking up. I've always done things, known things, but when I actually started waking up to what's going on, and the stronger I became, the more I learned. It's almost like the harder it was to believe. Remember, when I was young, I grew up in a Christian religion, and I didn't enjoy it. I did it because I was told to. Kind of got pushed into it with a serious attitude, but whatever. I did it anyway. None of it made any sense. But I knew there was something beyond what I could perceive with my two eyes. I knew there was something out there, and I did not feel good about it. I felt good about the love I felt in people's hearts, but I didn't feel good about it. And then as I woke up more and more, I started to realize there's all kinds of stuff out there that I had no idea about. I hadn't read about it in any books or seen it on TV. So when you see something, you kind of wonder about it. Hard to have faith in it. And then the next thing you know, you start doubting yourself. Did I see that or not? And then all of a sudden it starts paying attention to you, and you're like, okay, this is kind of weird. And then you start communicating with it, and then it attacks you. And you feel it. I mean, you feel it. Other people feel it. And it's like, okay. I remember when I kept getting attacked by the original male and female, I kept thinking of his mother, father, God, like Sylvia Browne. I couldn't believe that they were lying to me. Because I was always taught God doesn't lie. Even Sylvia Browne. Oh, yes. Loving Mother, Father, God. Yeah. And they lied to me so hard, so many times, continuously. Then sent an angel to me in a body, just lying her ass off about one thing and the other. It's like, hi, I'm purple, I'm green. Hi, I'm a strawberry sundae. What? Um, it was almost that ridiculous. Blah. Okay, time for some wine. So then all of a sudden, when the original mother and father started lying to me, folks, I was seeing them, talking with them, having conversations. I had no doubt in my mind they were real. And then they lied to me, and I'm just like, what the hell's up with the lies? Well, that's what they were. I remember I started yelling right at that original first being female, yelling at her. I said, you lied to me. I said, I can't write this off. I can't make up excuses for you. You literally lied to me. And she literally said right back, yeah, that's damn straight, and you better believe it, and you better get used to it. And I'm like, what? Yeah, she said, I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm like, and then the abuse was just pouring out of her. The negativity. Yes, God is negative. God was negative. God's dead. And that started years of fighting. Imagine fighting a war that no one can ever see or know about, which is fine. But then you have to talk about it, and you have to try to help people understand what's going on, because you care about them and you want them to see, you want them to evolve. No, it's not self-justification. It's for them. Hell, I don't give a damn. It's time for a glass of wine. Folks, you'll just... hey, that's good. Something says, no wine for you, no vino. You wouldn't believe what's on the other side. You hear all these different psychics say this, oh yes, this heavenly angels, and they're all singing la, and everyone's so happy, and yeah. People, when you were out of body in the second dimension, or what people call heaven, the other side, 1.5 foot to the right, 3 foot up, you were scared. You did not. I mean, you as long as you were away from everything else, like the angels and the original first being male and female, and some of the aggressive human and fey essence, as long as you're away from them, and you get a little quiet time, it wasn't too bad. But then when they come by, you be quiet. Controlling, yes. Abusive, yes. But when you're in a body, you can't see that. Haven't used this thing in a while. So you couldn't see it. Every time you're in a body, you can't see that stuff. For the most part. Very few of you can. And that's almost knowing. Almost knowing. How many? 6-7 billion people on this planet? Almost knowing. There's about 12 people on the planet right now that can actually see the other side. So you all have no idea what it's like over there, and you cling on to these bodies so hard. It's not because you're afraid of the other side. This is worse. People say, oh, Jay will put down, life here and blah, blah, blah. Well, sorry if I can see that and you can't. But that's my job. First time I've cut a cork. That's my job. That's part of my job. It's what I'm supposed part of what I'm supposed to do here is to tell you what's on the other side. It's like that lady that needed a brake job where it's working, Golden's auto repair in Norcross. Just telling her about a problem with her daughter and not to worry about it, and she's just kind of. First, I told her about the brakes, that she had some brake issues, and she was so worried about her daughter. I told her about her daughter. I've mentioned this before, but it was for her. It was such a big thing. It was like, you just talk to everyone like this. How'd you know this? How'd you know that? And you just talk to people like that? And I'm like, yeah. Why shouldn't I? If you know how to make a better pizza, why don't you do it? It's no big deal. For me, it is a little bit of a big deal. I'm supposed to help you all wake up. What other people say doesn't really bother me that much. Well, it doesn't bother me at all. The only way it does bother me is that they're not awake yet. And I wish they were. It's so important for the physical third dimension, the physical or third dimension, to actually see everything else. It's family time. We have to come together, and in order for us to come together completely, every dimension has to be aware of everything. Everything has to be aware of everything else. Now, it doesn't mean when you're in a body you have to see every single dimension. Wrong. Okay, forget it. Ain't gonna happen. These physical bodies bog you down way too much. But you need to at least see another dimension above and another dimension below. Because once you do, then you understand you're not alone. Once you can, then you can tie into the fact that you're part of a huge family, and there's so much stuff going on that you can't see physically, because most creation is metaphysical. Cheers to my beautiful Key, who is around, but I miss her body, and most importantly, to my precious, beautiful, loving lady. And all of you. I was thinking it, but I wanted to hurry and get a sip of wine. My head's killing me. Hey, take it easy, Herky. Nice and slow, honey. Good boy, honey. Good boy. You gonna come in? You want to go into bed? Yeah, okay. Go ahead. I've got one of those high-density foam beds, and it's really good for Herky. He's got a whole bunch of silly Posturepedic beds here, but he really likes that bed. I'll talk about this later, but when it's time and Herky goes home, as long as the house is settled by then, which is being done real fast, I'll be about 2 weeks away from gone. Let me ask you all something. What do you think it's like to be out of your body on the other side and look over here and look at the second dimension? Third dimension from the second dimension. What do you think it actually looks like? Can you see through the barrier when you're in a second? Can you just look right in here? Is it foggy? How many of you can actually astral project while you're relaxing and thinking right now, and just be in a second dimension and look in here? People talk about a veil between dimensions. It's just a barrier. It's a pretty name for barrier. Take that stupid thing off. When you're in a body, you're compressed real small. That's one reason when you come out, the focal point of you is smaller. It's compressed. And when you come out and you float to the other side and you go up, they always say, it went up about 2.5 foot to the right and it disappeared. Yeah, hello. Other side, 1.5 foot to the right, 3 foot up. It's like, that away. That silver cord that you see coming out of your body going that way, that's literally the field that keeps you tethered to the other side and to your body so you can't get lost. And you always had the archangel that everyone calls Lucifer there to make sure you went to the right place anyway. And people call it the devil. Things are so screwed up, it's almost funny. It would be funny if it wasn't so sick. But anyway, on the other side, when you look down over here, you're looking down a little bit, but also when your energy gets compressed to go in the body, it gets small. So when you're other side and you're big, you're your normal size, looking at yourself compressed in a body, you're real small. And when you look on the other side, when you see over here, it is foggy. It's hard to see through the dimensional barrier. But it's like little teeny bodies like this running around. And after a short while of being over on the other side, this side becomes insignificant. Totally no. Mostly yes. I've talked to so many people. Paul and I talk about it. He said, Jay, what is it? Everything goes over there. It gets stupid. And I said, yeah, it doesn't really, it can't see as well. It starts to not care and know that the body thing, it knows the body thing is temporary. And why bother messing with it? Oh, excuse me. So, that's what it's like. Some people said, I went to the other side. They're like giants. They're 50 foot tall. Well, no, actually, they're regular size. And your astral projecting out of your body, but you're still in a compressed state. So they look that big. It's amazing how simple logic, once you can see things, explains away over 90% of everything that you'd possibly want to ask, that you'd want to know about. Good boy, Herc, honey. Good boy. Good, Herky. Arr. He's a good man, honey. Anyway, hell, folks, I just want to talk with you. Good boy, Herc. Things are still messed up on the other side. It's going to stay that way until the focal points of Aaron and Lily are home. Or at least one of them. So, I'm tired of talking about it. But it's true. Anyway. So the consults, the part Lily was saying, January 27th, I'm tired of trying to go along with the other side when I can't get stuff done. There's nothing over there running things that's abusive or mean. It just doesn't know how to do it. And it's not the focal point of Lily. And it's not the focal point of me over there. So, it'll have to be done differently. But anyway, it's going to get better. Most of the stuff's been taken out. Almost all the stuff's been taken out. That's a problem. Some erratic souls running around being stupid. It's incredible, really. See, the original male and female, they ran everything. Always. Many trillions of spirits in body for many trillions of lives. Nothing else ever ran one life. Not even one. So there has to be a focal point, the whole focal point of error, at least on the other side. So it'll happen soon. I'm going to have to modify the book, though. My second book. Because this is literally, again, put off things that have to happen. So. You see, this is why you can't predict the future. It's crazy, especially now. There's no one running the elevator. You can't tell what floor you're going to get off on. Well, anyway. I love you, old man. It'll get better. Just keep going, man. Just keep being you. Take your time, relax. Keep waking up. It's getting easier and easier. Okay? Love you, man. Have a good one.